Hi there. Welcome to the Movie Review Mom YouTube channel. If this is the very first time you found my channel, yay, you finally found it. I've been waiting for you. And if you're a returning subscriber, yay, thank you for coming back. I really appreciate your support. And it's super easy to support my channel. If you like my reviews, just give them a thumbs up or subscribe, of course, or even commenting down below helps to spread magical YouTube fairy dust all over my channel so that more people can find it. And as you already know, as a subscriber, my goal is to save you time and money by giving you the inside scoop on the filmmaking quality and content of movies so that you can decide whether or not you want to spend time or money or both sometimes watching a particular film. So today the movie I'm reviewing is called Noah's Ark. This musical animation about the famous biblical story is now available on Amazon Prime Video and Tubi. It's rated PG and is definitely family friendly. It is an hour and 36 minutes long, and my overall movie review mom grade is a B minus or a C plus, somewhere hovering over there. It was cute. It wasn't amazing, but I'll tell you why I gave it that score by giving you an overview in a nutshell, and then I'll point out things that I liked, things I didn't like. I'll offer tips for parents, themes worth talking about if you watch this with family and friends, interesting lines, funny lines, and I'll finish up with recommendations for other movies that are sort of similar that you might also really like, or you might even like better than this one. So before we get into all of that, I just wanted to point out the sponsor of today's movie review is Amazon Prime. So click down below in the description and there will be a link that will give you a free Amazon Prime trial. I've been an Amazon Prime member for years because you also get free shipping. It's like Christmas whenever packages show up at my door, even when it's not Christmas. Anyway, I love it. Plus you get a bunch of free movies. So it's a win-win. Anyway, click down below for that. And it doesn't cost you any more. They just give me a few pretty pennies for your clicking on my affiliate site. So thank you. I appreciate that. All right, so let me give you an overall look in a nutshell about what this movie's all about. First of all, it is a fun and original take of one of the most iconic and well-known stories in the scriptures of all time, with an endearing combination of humor, charm, and lovable characters. The film follows two mice, specifically Vinny, a charismatic poet with terrible stage fright, and Tito, a talented and charming guitarist. When the rains come, only one male and one female of each species is allowed on Noah's Ark, right? But with the help of an ingenious cockroach and fate's good luck, Vinny and Tito both sneak their way onto the Ark and together avert a showdown among the ship's carnivores and plant eaters. All the while, the animals perform a series of classic songs inspired by the world-renowned poet Vinícius de Moraes. Can these talented stowaways use music to break the tension and help those cooped-up creatures survive the 40 days and 40 nights together? Well, we shall see. The film was directed by Alois de Leo, Sergio Machado, and Rene Veilleux. Writing credits go to Sergio Machado. So congratulations. Quick tips for parents, and that is, first of all, there's no profanity. Yay, making it very family friendly. There are phrases like, what the heck, instead of profanity. And I say that too. What the heck? What the heck, man? Anyway, yay. Part of the movie where I just kind of cringed, where a young child says that God is really, quote, out of it, and questions God's lack of wokeness by saying, and all this one male, one female stuff, what about other kinds of families? End quote, which happens early on in the movie. And I was like, oh, is this going to be a super woke version? And the target audience is children, yes, but I'm thinking the target audience is Christian-based viewers, possibly Jewish-based viewers, right? And so to start throwing in wokeness seemed a little odd and inappropriate. Now, that being said, I think it has more to do with maybe what the filmmakers really believe versus they tried so hard to make the movie feel hip and cool and throw in every possible trending phraseology in this movie. I'll get to more of that in just a minute. There are some animals who lie and steal. There's a lot of chaos and mayhem and some bullying. Now, some of the themes that are illustrated very well and worth talking about with your family or your friends if you watch this movie with them are, of course, Noah and the ark and that whole story. And is it factual? Can they prove it? Well, there's starting to be quite a bit of evidence, actually. But Bible stories, whether they're real or not, what principles and good values do they teach? The destruction of the world, obviously, is talked about, jealousy, and bullies. So here's the list of things that I really liked about this movie. First of all, the movie starts off immediately with a musical number. Yay! It's short, but I always like animated musicals. And so I was like, great, this is going to be a lot of fun. Now, there aren't as many musical numbers as I would have liked, or even long ones. They're all pretty short. Still, it's a great attempt and it adds something to the charm of the film. The animation is good enough, excelling, I thought, in textures, hair, and fur. I love the little details of those things. There are a lot of jokes that are geared more toward an adult audience that will fly way over the head of kids. And so several times I was like, wait, who is this movie for? There are a few nods to the animated hit movie, The Lion King, or maybe they're ripoffs. I don't know. Tell me what you think if you interpret it as a respectful nod or they just stole some of the ideas. By the way, the new live action of the movie, The Lion King, is coming out in December 2024. The movie poster for this movie, Noah's Ark, is really cute and it shows how colorful the palette and the characters are. There are some entertaining moments, both for adults and for kids. And there has definitely been renewed interest in Noah's Ark ever since it was announced that there is now a life-size replica of Noah's Ark in Kentucky, of all places. You can learn about the Ark Encounter, is what it's called, at arkencounter.com. And if you and your kids enjoy this movie a lot, you just might consider planning a vacation there. My husband and I actually are planning a vacation to Kentucky just to see this ark because it's so unique, although there are plenty of other cool things that we want to see out there as well. And my nephew just moved to Kentucky, not because of the ark, but he just lives really close, maybe 40 minutes away from this ark. So my twin sister went out there to see him and they went and saw this. And they said it is huge and it takes a lot more time to actually tour the whole thing. So if you are going to go, make sure you plan for plenty of time. All right, with all of that praise, there were some things that I didn't like or just thought could have been done better or differently. For example, sometimes it's really hard to actually understand what the characters say because of their thick accents. God is not really portrayed as a very loving creator. He has a plan to destroy everything, but he doesn't give Noah any details. And he just yells to Noah, figure it out. And I was like, that's not really the God that I picture in my mind. But be that as it may, the movie tries way too hard, as I mentioned, to be cool and hip by mentioning TikTok, selfies, followers, giving someone a like and sending texts, so you can tell, obviously, this movie is very historically accurate. For example, birds deliver paper invitations to let all of the animals know about the ark and to start gathering in pairs, 2 by 2. And yeah, I'm pretty sure I read about that in the Bible. Obviously, a lot of the content is not scripture based. In fact, some of the things that we do know about the biblical story are not included, such as Noah's sons and their wives. They're not shown in the movie at all. Instead, Noah and his wife have one young daughter, and that's it. Now, she's super cute, but there was more to that. There were 8 on the ark. So I did find myself looking at my watch a few times. And I think some adults and even maybe some kids are going to be bored. None of the songs are really very memorable. When the movie ended, I couldn't think of a single lyric or melody, and that's not good, especially if the movie is advertising itself as a musical. Now, did I enjoy the little musical numbers? Sure. Like I said, they just weren't memorable enough for me to keep singing them and want to watch the movie again. So whenever I watch movies, I write down funny lines and interesting lines just to give you a taste for the dialogue and script writing quality. And as I'm looking at my notes, I didn't write down any interesting lines, but I did write down one funny line. And by the way, you can see all of my review stuff on my written review at moviereviewmom.com. But anyway, this was just kind of also falls in the category of using trending phrases. For example, there's this cute rhinoceros, and somebody says something, and the rhinoceros says, "Did he just body shame us?" Because everything's about body shaming and emotional shaming and everything else shaming these days. Anyway, they're trying to be current and trending, and I totally get that. But the movie's definitely going to look dated. Of course, Noah's Ark is dated, isn't it? But you know what I mean? Now, let me give you 3 recommendations for some movies that I thought of instantly while I was watching this. The first one is the movie The Star, which is a lovely animated movie, also about a biblical story about the night that Jesus Christ was born and the star that shone over Bethlehem. It's very sweet. It's perfect to show to your family around Christmas time. If you're Christian and you want to celebrate that in a family-friendly film. It was sweet. Another one is Prince of Egypt. Now, it's also a biblical story, but it's also a musical, and it's Disney. So the musical numbers are very memorable, very well done, beautiful animation. But it's one of the older Disney movies and probably hasn't been seen by the newer, younger generations because it is so old. But it's a good one and well done. And then another series that I have just loved and showed to my kids while they were growing up is the Veggie Tales. And so the one I wanted to recommend is called Jonah, Jonah and the Whale, a Veggie Tales movie. And it's adorable. And by the way, all of these have links on Amazon. Also click down in the description below. And again, if you click on these to rent or purchase them, Amazon just throws a few little pennies to keep me motivated to make these movie reviews for you. But it doesn't cost you any more to click on my link. So thank you. And when you get a minute, run over to Facebook and join my Facebook group called Movie Review Mom, where we talk about current movies, upcoming movies, and all things movies. And of course, you can find me on Instagram and Twitter and all over the place. Have a fantastic day, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye for now.